Woo, boy, LDWMAC, this your boy, the Coach, live on the Coach's Show live. Well, I'll tell you what, boy. When MMA rumors happen, dang it, boy, these rumors happen. Boy, they happen all the time. So, from what I hear, and it's a rumor, it's not this, nothing is substantiated. They say Ronda Rousey is coming back for UFC 300. They say she's going to come back. And her opponent will be none other than the Venezuelan vixen, Julianna Peña. And Julianna Peña been talking some big-ish. A lot. Julianna Peña been talking a lot of trash. And I'm talking about she been talking so much trash, it's kind of like you know that you knew it was coming. Okay? Julianna Peña said pretty much it's a joke that Ronda Rousey come back to MMA. It's a joke. Here's the thing, okay? Would I say Ronda was the best to ever do it? No, I won't say that. But I will say that in an era where Ronda Rousey was competing, she fought everybody. The only person that outright that she didn't fight, that, I kind of thought that maybe she should have fought was Chris Cyborg. That's the only person that Ronda Rousey physically didn't fight, or we can say ducked, okay? She didn't fight Chris Cyborg. And they had no interest in fighting Chris Cyborg, even when she was in the Strikeforce days. I got videos where I detailed that whole outline of Chris Cyborg and Strikeforce, and then, how all these people, even Amanda Nunes back then didn't want to fight Chris Cyborg. And it's been a lot of speculation as to why these people didn't want to fight. I mean, a lot of them, Nunes, Rousey, Julia Budd, a lot of them was saying back then that Chris was on the steroids. And, of course, we found that to be true. And Julia Budd straight up said that, that's her reason. She wasn't fighting him because she was on steroids. Kat Zingano mimicked the same thing, like, hey, no, I don't want to deal with Chris if she's on the steroids. That was, but the rest of them, Ronda never really came out and said steroids, but I know that managers were keeping their fighters away from Chris Cyborg back in that era. So, yes, a lot of people duck Chris Cyborg, lots of people. But Ronda fought everybody. She fought everybody that they put in front of her. And she beat a lot of people. Okay, whether you like her or not, Ronda Rousey, she beat some people. Her resume is good. I mean, it's not like she's got like the worst resume in WMMA. She don't have that. I mean, she fought Nunes, she fought Holmes, she fought Tate. And those are pretty much that's a hellified resume. It's stacked. She fought the one that Valentina smacked around. Leslie, no, not Leslie. I got her face in my brain. You know how you have somebody's face in your head? Oh, Liz Carmouche. Yeah, Liz Gorilla Carmouche. Matter of fact, Ronda Rousey is a trailblazer. She's the first woman to actually fight, really, really fight, televised on TV. Now, I tell you this, I'm sorry. She's the first woman to fight in the UFC. Sorry about that. She's the first actual female. Her and Liz Carmouche were the first females to fight in the UFC. But, you had people like Frida Cheetah Gibbs and you had people like Lucia Riker that they really, I know Frida Cheetah Gibbs she was doing MMA before these people started really, it just wasn't a lot of attention on MMA, but Frida Cheetah Gibbs was well before her time. She was before her time. And I tell you, any of these fighters right now, none of these fighters that live right now, they could not have beat Frida Cheetah Gibbs in her prime. Frida Cheetah Gibbs would have smoked all these people in her prime. And it was a female that MJ put me up on. Then real talk, MJ, I don't know if she still make videos, but, MJ put me up on Frida Cheetah Gibbs, told me who she was. I did some research and I'm like, damn, Frida Cheetah Gibbs was the truth. And then I even got an interview with Frida Cheetah Gibbs, and Frida was cussing me out. It's funny. It's still up somewhere on my channel. But, Ronda Rousey wasn't like the worst fighter on the planet. Yes, Ronda was very one-dimensional. Now, you have to say it. She's one-dimensional. I mean, Ronda had no striking. Her takedowns were actually fairly decent. Her judo was good. Her submission game was pretty good. But Ronda Rousey, if she couldn't take you down, she couldn't beat you. And she realized that when she fought Holly Holm and when she fought Amanda Nunes, she couldn't win because she was not able to take them down. They were too strong. And I kept saying that, Ronda, she's going to, run up on somebody that she can't get to the ground. And when that time comes, if she ever runs up on a fighter that she can't take down, she's going to lose. Same thing I said about Kayla Hype Job Harrison. I said the exact same thing. I said if Kayla Hype Job Harrison cannot take these people to the ground, they're going to beat Kayla Harrison. And I'm telling you, the jig is up with Kayla Harrison, by the way. Subject for another video, but the jig is up. I think more and more of these fighters are going to start following the Larissa Pacheco blueprint in order to beat Kayla. And Larissa Pacheco was patient, and she did the exact same thing every time. But anyway, it's an interesting fight because I'm going to tell you, Julianna and Peña been talking a lot of a gang of cash. What would happen if Ronda Rousey actually beat Julianna Peña? Like, what would happen? And do you know, moreover, that Ronda been out of the octagon for damn near, 5 years? And do you know that most of the people, the odds makers that put Ronda in the octagon against people, you know, they got Ronda actually, like, winning. Some of these people got Ronda Rousey actually winning the fight. That's crazy to me. Crazy. Now, the odds makers, they predict Holly Holm would knock Ronda Rousey out again. And that's the thing, you know, Ronda Rousey never got a rematch with Holly Holm, and she should have. She should have rematched Holly Holm, but Ronda wanted no parts of Holly Holm after she got knocked out. Okay? And then Ronda, you remember she was gone for a long time, and then when she finally came back, she wouldn't do any interviews. You know, she wouldn't interview with anybody. All she did was fought, and then, of course, we know what happened. I'll tell you what happened to Ronda. And I'll tell you this, you know, just knowing now what I know about Ronda Rousey. The problem with Ronda Rousey is Ronda didn't listen to her mother, Dr. Ann Demars. Had Ronda Rousey would have listened to Dr. Ann Demars, she probably would still be undefeated in MMA right now. And I'm being real. I think there was a lot of resentment for Dr. Ann Demars by Ronda, but, you know, her mama made Ronda a millionaire. It was tough love. You know, she taught Ronda just taught her discipline. And Dr. Ann Demars didn't play games, but she was hard on her daughter. But guess what? You know, Ronda was a freaking multi-millionaire by the time she was 28. Think about that. That's the best gift your parents could give you. Ronda Rousey was a multi-millionaire by age 28. Think, what were the rest of us doing when we were 28? We damn sure wasn't no multi-millionaires. The majority of us listening to these videos, me included, none of us, we weren't no multi-millionaires at age 28. Ronda Rousey was, and still is a multi-millionaire. But see, Dr. Ann Demars is no nonsense. You know, me even doing the interview, and I was talking to her after the interview. Dr. Ann Demars, I grew a lot of respect for her. The way she was talking, I grew a lot of respect. Like, it's like when Dr. Ann Demars talking, you have no choice. Like, you just listen, because this woman, when she talk, her words, they pierce you. Like, they pierce your soul, they pierce your body. And you have to accept what she's saying. You have to take yourself, and you got to rip yourself open. And then you got to look at yourself on the inside, because that's what Dr. Ann Demars do. She rip you open, and she expose everything about you that's negative, and then she make you strong, and then you build it up. Like, see, she may have had tough love on Ronda, but damn it, boy, she tried to tell Ronda like it is. Had Ronda listened to her mom, Ronda would probably still be undefeated. Hands down. But see, she didn't get away from Edmund, and that was one thing. And I used to always wonder why won't Ronda leave this guy? And I got my theories. I got a lot of my theories. I have some that I don't want to put out there because, you know, Ronda family see it, and they could, you know, get me for, you know, saying false claims. But, you know, so I only speak about the stuff that's been exposed. But, you know, I used to always wonder why would she not leave this guy? Like, what's the deal? If Ronda come back in the MMA, she absolutely got it. She can't be with no Edmund Taverdern. She got to, if she go back to him, she want to be a loser. Like, she want to lose. And it's one thing, you know, Dr. Ann Demar has been in combat sports. Well, you know, she's been a judoka for most of her life. So, you know, this woman understand coaching. She understand good coaches and bad coaches. She know. And she told me the first time she met Edmund, she said the first time she met him, she said the very first time she met him, she said she ain't like him. And she said that, you know, this not a great coach. This ain't no great coach. So, you know, people like Dr. Ann Demars, they know better. They know better. Okay, that's just what it is, okay? They understand, they know better, they get it. But Ronda didn't get it, you know? And if anybody you listen to, and I think Ronda stayed with Edmund, part of it was probably resentment because she resented her mom. Resented her mom for just being hard and, you know, always giving it to her straight. Because when you're grown up, and, you know, my parents gave it to me straight. And sometimes when you grow up and you're of age, you're not the little kid anymore, so you don't like your parents talking to you like you're a little kid. And I think Ronda sometimes felt that way, but your parents, if your parents are going to have your back, whether you like it, don't like it, that's just the truth. Most kids' parents going to have their damn back. And your parents, they're gonna show that tough love, some of them, because they want you to win. They want you to be aware of what the world is. But, you know, I don't know. But, you know, it'd be interesting to see if Ronda's skill set is diminished because, you know, is she still training judo, you know? And if she is, how frequently is she doing it? I mean, it'll just be a lot, man. Like, it'll be a lot for her to try to overcome. I mean, when you ain't been in an octagon in damn near 5 years and then you step back in there, you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel lost. Like, I don't know. Me personally, I don't think she ought to come back. I think Ronda Rousey ought to just let it be done. Just let it, just that's it. But you come back in and you face a person like Julianna Peña, who she been in there fighting, you know? She been in there fighting. You know, she's pretty much ready to go at any time. That's dangerous. And it's like you setting, you know, Ronda being set up. And you know the trash talk gonna be insane. So why wouldn't Dana White want to try to make that fight? Like that, it's an intelligent thing to do. Okay? Like, I mean, people would tune into that. And Julianna Peña wants that fight because Ronda Rousey is still popular. She's still hella popular in MMA. People still talking about Ronda Rousey right now. This person want to be the next Ronda Rousey. This person want to, you know, whether you like Ronda or don't like Ronda, Ronda Rousey set the stage up for a lot of these women to make some money. Now, everybody ain't going to make Ronda Rousey kind of money. Ain't everybody not going to do that. But at least Ronda Rousey opened that damn door. Okay, you just got to have, you know, a little bit of skill. Got to be able to win. And you got to have some skill and a little bit of sex appeal. And if you got a little bit of both, which, you know, I didn't find Ronda overly attractive. I didn't, but a lot of people did. A lot of people found her, you know, overly attractive. So if you got a little bit of skill and sex appeal, Ronda Rousey pretty much showed you that you can be a millionaire in the fight game as a woman. You know, a lot of these women right nowadays, though, that's in the fight game, they just want to fight. Like, they don't want to make that extra bread. They don't want to do it. It is what it is, though. I think Julianna Peña goes in and I think she murders Ronda Rousey, slaughters her. And I think she taunt Ronda Rousey the whole fight. And it's a bad look. It's a bad matchup for Ronda Rousey. Unless Ronda Rousey can roll Julianna Peña over, because we know the one thing, though, that Ronda Rousey got is submissions. Okay, Julianna Peña is very susceptible to being submitted. Very susceptible. I mean, we saw Julianna Peña fall into a guillotine. Had to take down on Jermaine Durandame, had to fight, and she fell into a guillotine. And Jermaine Durandame was able to put the guillotine on and put Julianna Peña to sleep. And she fell into a Valentina Shevchenko armbar. Like crazy. So Julianna Peña is reckless. And that's probably the only thing that Ronda Rousey will have to hang her head on, is that Julianna Peña does make a lot of mistakes. She'd have to capitalize. But for either way, I would have Julianna Peña.